The 6 hours of Silverstone. I mean, what an immense battle it was. It went down to the wire. We had just a few seconds between the first and the second. Winner was Toyota in the hands of Sebastian Buemi, Katsuki Nakajima and Anthony Davidson. And I think I lost a little bit of weight through that race because we had wet conditions, we had some technical issues, the traffic, very intense battles, and an overtaking maneuver just with 6 minutes to go. So really cool stuff. But how did it unfold? So we had the start, Toyota 1 and 2 leading the way, extremely good in the first stint, opening a gap up to 6-8 seconds, maybe a bit more at times. But already in the end of the first stint, I could see that we couldn't pull away anymore. By then Porsche found its rhythm, and through the traffic, the net car performance was eliminated. It was then down a race of how to manage the boost, how to manage the fuel cuts, and in the end of the day, both teams have been on a similar pace. We had a similar phenomenon last year when Toyota was never as good as the others in qualifying, but in the race we've been there. So we can expect really cool racing for the next few races to come. It's a very intense battle. It was down to the drivers, especially in rainy conditions, where we saw different strategies unfolding. We had Porsche opting for intermediate tires, and we from Toyota stayed with the slick tires. The reason there for that was not really a different sort of strategy. We would have gone for intermediate tires if we hadn't had just a pit stop 2 minutes before the rain started coming down. So we were on the dry tires, and there was no choice other than for Anthony to man up. He did a sensational job, kept the car on the track, didn't lose too much time, and it saved us one pit stop. In the end, it was a zero game. Both cars came out again quite equal, yet we had a 20 seconds lead, more or less, and then came the safety car. After an accident of Jose Maria Lopez, who got caught out with a little wet patch in Stowe. He went to hospital, so I hope he's all okay. He's not serious, there's nothing serious, but he has pain in the back, so routine check. Hopefully, Jose, you will be back with us very soon. We need you for the test actually in a few days. Race then continued, and Porsche did a very clever strategy with staying out with Brandon, very short splash and dash in the end. They took the lead, and then it was a race between Brandon and Seb. They are friends, they lived together for a few years, so it was quite interesting to watch them. Both were very tough to each other in turn 3-4, but Seb had the upper hand, had newer tires and a bit more speed, and man, he went for a real cool move and then brought the car home with rain again to come, but he was safe. So I really enjoyed that LMP1 battle. It's good publicity and a good show for the sport. It was fought very hard, and can't wait for the next race event in Spa. For people who are really interested in details in the WEC, I mean, it is a fascinating sport. The technology is mind-blowing. We have way more than 1,000 horsepower, four-wheel drive, but also we have strict rules which try to limit the amount of money the manufacturers investing in the sport. So for this year we have two different aero packages allowed. One, of course, or the main package is the Le Mans aero package, which is low downforce for the very high-speed track in France, and for the other tracks is high downforce. But we have a very different approach this year, where Porsche has not done any work on the high downforce package. They have optimized the entire winter on the low downforce package, and they arrived in Silverstone on low downforce. Whilst we at Toyota, we have brought out our high downforce package for the testing and for this race. That's maybe the reason as well. We had a little bit the upper hand because we had more downforce, and Silverstone, with all the high speed flowing corners, rewards the high downforce. So yeah, that was now in our hands. In Spa, it is just a track which is in between the two downforce packages, so I guess the gap's going to be really tight there. Le Mans both teams will go low downforce, and then in the end of the season, very curious what Porsche will bring up with the high downforce package. The reason they're doing it is they want to spend more time in the wind tunnel to optimize that package. So you can expect the championship really unfolding all throughout the season and having a great influence on the race. And it's not just about downforce, because the amount of aerodynamics you carry is also the amount of drag you have influences a great deal of your fuel and fuel efficiency. More drag means you burn more fuel, so you have more fuel cuts. You get faster around the corner. That, however, needs less fuel. So I start to confuse you now, and it is really, really complex. So small, subtle changes do have a large effect on our machines, and it still is also down to the drivers how he drives. So please keep up to date. Stay tuned on this blog, and I'll try to explain it better next time.